What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I got some pretty exciting news for you today. The Honda's getting some new wheels. So I didn't make a video when I test fit them. They seem to fit all right. And I bought tires for them, and I had my friend Petrie over at SP Tuning. Quick little plug right there. If you're in the Central Mass area, or really anywhere kind of in the Northeast, Connecticut, Rhode Island, stuff like that, definitely check out SP Tuning. You can find him on Facebook and stuff like that. I've been friends with Petrie for a long time. We went to high school together. He does great work, and he just picked up a tire machine. So he is very excited to start using it. So if you need tires done, or if you need anything done, I heard him doing a brake job later today. He does a lot of different tuning. He tunes a lot of different cars and stuff like that. So a lot of great stuff that can be done right at the shop. So if you need anything, give him a shout. But anyway, so I just put one of the tires on, just the front. I was under the impression that the car might have to come up a little bit. They're pretty wide tires. They're 225s, which doesn't sound like a lot when you put it on a small Honda like that. It's a lot of tire. So I'm going to take you outside, show you the first one, and then we're going to put the other three on. All right, so this is the first. These are the stock tires and wheels, obviously. These are what I picked up. Koenig Hypergrams, and these are hand-cooked Ventus RS4s, 225, 45, 15. So I went with a 15-inch wheel. This wheel right here, what was this one? It's a 35 offset, 15 by 7.5, and this is the fitment you're going to get on a Delsol. No space, no spacers, no camber pieces yet. This is just coilovers. A little concerned it might rub over a big bump, so the car, like I said, might have to come up a little bit. But I'm going to toss the backs on right now and see how it looks. All right, here's the back one on. I haven't lowered it down yet. Alec just drove by, and he's going to just watch it as it goes down, make sure it doesn't rub. Because the fenders in the back, as you know, are pretty rusty, and I really don't want to peel rust off. So again, the car might have to be raised up a little bit, but for right now, I think it's okay. So I'm happy with it. But this is pretty much the fitment here. I think they look pretty good. I don't think they look too bad. Alec.
Looks fine. Looks pretty nice.
Wow. Yeah, that looks like it's going to interfere a little bit. It's definitely going to interfere, I think. Thank you. All right, so this piece comes all the way over here. If I could roll it, it would be fine. And in the future, when I get these fenders fixed, I will have them rolled. But for right now, I think that that's definitely going to rub on that on a big bump. So I'll take it for a test drive and see what happens. But I think it's going to have to be raised up. The fronts might be all right. The front might have enough natural camber to kind of compensate for that. But the backs, you can see,
yeah, they're
right there. But I mean, I'm just glad they fit. That's pretty meaty on there. So let me do the other side now. All right, so they're all on. This is, as you can probably tell by right now, it's a pretty quick video, but I'm going to strap the camera up and I'm going to take it for a little ride. I'm pretty sure it's going to rub. I think it's going to need to be brought up a little bit, especially in the rear. I can't roll the fenders, unfortunately. If I could roll the fenders, I totally would, but I can't because there's rust back there and it's just going to crack the paint and it's going to crumble and it's going to be a mess. So I'd rather raise it up for a year and, fix it when, get them rolled when I actually get it painted and get everything fixed and the rust gone. But for right now, it's going to have to just look slightly goofy. I don't think it's going to look that bad raised up a little bit. They're pretty meaty tires, so it's not like it's like super goofy, stretch, no sidewall or whatever. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take it for a quick drive and see what we can do. All right, boys, it's a moment of truth. Let's see how bad it is. Please ignore the clunking. The coils need to be adjusted. Crooked right there. Let's fix this. Up. There we go. which there is a little bit of a bump. Oh, already right there, just over that little bump. Definitely rubbed in the back. Oh, this is these are wide. Oh, there it is again. Yeah, this is going to be too low. Rubbing? No. I feel like it rubbed on that, which was weird. It's very picky about what it wants to rub on and what it doesn't want to rub on. Alright, let's take it across the street. See what happens. I'm right next to my buddy Kyle's house. I'm gonna swing it down there, see if he's outside. See if he wants to take a peek at it real quick. It's a shame that I have to raise it up because it really is at the perfect ride height. It looks great right where it is. So I hate to have to raise it up, but it's like just over corners like that, it's rubbing. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I can't. Like when the weight shifts, you could just, around a corner, it already wants to rub. So I'm gonna have to get rid of, you know, make adjustments for now, and then in a year or so, like I said, once the fenders are replaced, then I can go ahead and do what I want to do with it. But for right now, oh yeah, even just on those little ones, just a little light turn, it's rubbing. So I think the fronts are probably fine. I think it's mainly the rears because the rears have so much, there's so much of a lip back there. It's not, the fronts are like, not rolled out of the factory, but already kind of like good. And honestly, I've always wondered why factories don't just roll fenders out of the factory. I know like Volkswagen does it on some of their cars, but I don't know why everybody doesn't just do it. Let's take a look and see how bad it rubbed back here. It might have been mostly the other side. No. Not too bad on that side. I think it was mostly. Why this is shaking back. Oh my God, I think I knocked it right out of place. Yep. That's why I don't have to drill that back in. That's irritating. Yeah, that's gonna have to come up a little bit. I can't have it that low. It looks good though. Looks good. Shut off for a second. I'm tired of listening to that thing rattle. I think Will's gonna hate me for it. I don't think he's gonna like something this meaty on this car. I don't know how he's gonna feel. It's a lot better to look at though, even just with this on. I don't think bringing it up a little bit's gonna be that bad either. I think it's gonna be all right. No, actually, yeah, it definitely was rubbing. You can see it here where it's rubbing, and the fronts don't rub. I knew it. I knew the fronts would be fine. They're not really rubbing at all. I think they look pretty good. I don't think the camera's doing it justice either, because this is more of like a grayish color. It's not like an actual black. It's more of like a graphite kind of color that you don't really pick up on the website or anything like that, like when I was looking at them. So I kind of was going into this blind, but I plan on doing this face a different color anyway. I want to go with a lighter gray, something more of like a brushed aluminum, because I'm not really big on black wheels anyway. They're just not really my style. So I think I'm going to try to do something like that with it. See if that looks a little better.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
It's got to get brought up, because it's rubbing pretty bad. and I already knocked the bumper out of alignment. So this little piece right here used to be, I gotta like screw it back in there, but it definitely like hit a small bump and kind of tossed her out of line. So there's a lot of tire under there. It's just, I gotta just...
They're way more aggressive than you need for this thing. But...
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, you gotta think, the guy...
So wait, why didn't you do like 2 expansions in the front so it's one of those like drag fucking Civic?
No, that sounds horrible. I don't... All right, just wrapping this video up real quick. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the spanner wrenches. You can thank Will for that. JK, he lost one of them, but I lost the other one, so I guess we're both equally at fault. But we're gonna leave it like this for now. I just can't drive it for a few days because I gotta get the thing raised up a little bit. So, gotta order some spanner wrenches. Once those come in, we'll be good to go. So for now, taking the Subaru. But, all right, catch you in the next video.